Hello there, thanks for joining me on 7Edition. I'm Ras Adiba Radzi and these are your headlines. 3 Malaysians killed, 2 injured after horror crash in New Zealand. Anwar tells PKR to keep fighting the good fight, but not among friends. 4 dead, including gunmen, after mass shooting at US naval base. Assalamualaikum, and it's good to see you again. PKR leaders and members were reminded to rise above to ensure the party remains as a platform that champions the cause of the people of all races. Its president, Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim, stressed that this was the party's fundamental agenda and it should be forsaken just because of the different views and infighting among PKR members. In his inaugural speech at the PKR National Congress at the Malacca International Trade Centre MITC today, Datuk Seri Anwar said that the spirit and aspiration of the PKR reformation movement, which is based on justice, should be further strengthened to ensure the well-being of the people of all races, religions and backgrounds. He also advised PKR members that in pursuing the party's reformation agenda, they should not be involved in disciplinary issues that could create rift in the party.
Saya sendiri akui kelemahan saya dan kekurangan saya. Dan apa juga yang saya anggap boleh diperbaiki, saya akan perbaiki. Tetapi saya minta kawan-kawan, rakan-rakan semua pimpinan di semua peringkat, supaya faham sejarah perjuangan ini, agenda reform yang mesti kita teruskan. Disiplin mesti ada dalam parti. Kita ini satu pasukan. Bila kita kata lawan, tetap lawan. Itu lawan jangan dengan kawan.
Speaking before a crowd of about 3,000 delegates, including party central and divisional leaders, Datuk Seri Anwar also said the Pakatan Harapan government inherited a corrupt system from the previous government. Therefore, PKR, as the dominant ruling party within the coalition, should ensure that the PH government look into the well-being of the people of various races better than before. At a press conference later, the PKR president denies any rift in the party or any camps favouring certain PKR leaders.
Saya tak kira ada camp. Ada orang beda pendapat, tidak ada salah. Tetapi mesti ada satu haluan.
Port Dickson, Member of Parliament, also said he wanted the Congress to be a platform for all members to return to the party's struggle, which is for the people's development and improving their economic well-being. Datuk Seri Anwar assured PKR will always support the government and will give priority to resolving the issues faced by the people.
Dan menjadi pelabuhan.
Photographs of 8 individuals urging them to step forward to help in investigation over the fracases at the PKR Youth National Congress yesterday. Malacca Police Chief Dato' Mat Kasim Karim said the individuals must go promptly to the Malacca Tengah Police Headquarters in Bandar Hilir to facilitate the probe. Yesterday, the Congress, which was attended by 1,000 delegates at the MITC, was marred by a commotion that halted the event and triggered a quarrel between supporters and injuring 2 individuals. 2 men were detained and remanded for 2 days for further investigation over the incident yesterday. The case is being investigated under the Penal Code for rioting using weapons, which provides a maximum 5 years jail sentence, a fine, or both if convicted. Muhammad Sabu retained his position as Amanah president for a second term from 2019 to 2022. Former party speaker On Jaafar said this was decided at a National Leadership Committee meeting. At the 4th Amanah National Convention in Shah Alam, Selangor last night, Datuk Sri Salahuddin Ayu was also retained as Deputy President. Datuk Mahfuz Omar was promoted as a new Vice President alongside Datuk Sri Mujahid Yusof Rawal and Datuk Hasanuddin Muhammad Yunus. Last night, 822 Amanah representatives voted to elect 27 National Leaderships Committee members. Following that, the newly appointed 27 committee members met in private to appoint the President, Deputy President and not more than 3 Vice Presidents from among themselves. It was the first party election held to appoint the new party lineup. The United Malays National Organisation UMNO amended its constitution at a closed-door session when the General Assembly reconvened after Datuk Sri Ahmad Zahid Hamidi's presidential address today. The amendments were tabled by Vice President Datuk Sri Khalid Nordin. UMNO Online quoted Datuk Sri Khalid saying that the amendments were to ensure that the party remains modern and relevant. Meanwhile, the Wanita Wing's request for its chief status to be at par with that of UMNO Deputy President was approved by the party. Another amendment allows UMNO to strip someone of their membership if they register as a member of another party. Delegates also supported an amendment to lower the membership age from 18 to 16. The amendments were unanimously approved by the 2,694 delegates without a debate. The Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission, MACC, is prepared to place its personnel at all the offices of the Menteri Besar and Chief Ministers to strengthen their integrity and curb corruption and abuse of power at the state level. MACC Deputy Chief Commissioner of Prevention, Datuk Syamsuri Baharin Muhammad Jamil, said the move was an initiative by Chief Commissioner Latif Akoya.
Sebelum ini pun ada beberapa negeri yang telah kira memohon secara rasmi dengan kita, termasuklah Johor, even di Perak pun ada kan. Cuma dari segi proses tu pun kita ada proses yang kita perlu kita buat yang melibatkan pihak Jabatan Perkhidmatan Awam. Tapi kita bersedia untuk menempatkan pegawai kita bagi membantu memperkasakan integriti dan juga memastikan kira perkara-perkara yang berkait dengan rasuah dan juga salah guna kuasa dapat kita bendung di peringkat kerajaan negeri.
Stressed that this is, however, subjected to the requests and concerns of the Menteri Besar and Chief Ministers. Asked if MACC had enough members for the placement, he said there were currently 2,800 MACC personnel and the number was inadequate. In Perak, a lorry driver has been remanded for 3 days from today to assist investigation into a video of his altercation with a policeman which went viral. Ipoh District Police Chief ACP A. Asmadi Abdul Aziz said the 33-year-old was arrested yesterday afternoon. At his residence in Taman Keledang Emas, the wife who recorded the video was released on police bail. Meanwhile, the man was tested negative for drugs but has several previous records. The incident occurred on Thursday when the driver failed to produce his driving license to the Sub-Inspector Zulkifli Mat Asid. The driver and his wife accused the officer for demanding a bribe, which Zulkifli denied. The case is being investigated under the Penal Code for obstructing a policeman from carrying out his duty. A holiday turned into a tragedy for a Malaysian family of 5 when 3 of them were killed and 2 were seriously injured in a collision between a car and a lorry in New Zealand on Friday. The identities of the victims have not been ascertained, but the deceased are adults, while the injured, who are in a critical condition, are teenagers. The family of 5 are believed to be from Sabah and were on a holiday in New Zealand. According to a Kiwi news portal, the accident occurred at about 3:10 p.m. local time. The surviving duo was flown by helicopter to the Christchurch Hospital and the Wellington Hospital for treatment. The accident led to the closure of both sides of the major highway in a bid to facilitate rescue efforts. It is learned that rescuers were forced to cut open the mangled wreckage to extricate the victims. New Zealand police are still investigating the cause of the accident. Meanwhile, a Wisma Putra representative confirmed that the accident involved Malaysian citizens and revealed that Malaysia's High Commissioner to New Zealand will be visiting the surviving victims. Meanwhile, the family of the 3 Malaysians who died in the horrific road crash in New Zealand want the victims to be buried in Christchurch. This was revealed by a family member of one of the crash victims, Dr. Rumihati Abdul Hamid. However, the family still has no information about the status of the victims' 3 children and was still waiting for the details from authorities.
Memang kami sudah mesyuarat semalam, adik-beradik. Memang kami mau kebumikan di sana sejak kami tidak mau menyusahkan dia. Adis pun berkata, di mana sejak kita meninggal, di situlah kita kebumikan dia. Itu yang kami berpegang pada itu. Kalau dibawa balik memang susah. Bukannya senang datang, berminggu juga datang. Menyeksakan mayatlah itu.
Apart from Dr. Rumihati, who is a family medicine specialist based at Putatan Health Clinic, the other victim was her husband Adnan alias Adnan Jaman, while the other deceased was believed to be one of the couple's 3 daughters. The family had flown to New Zealand on December 2nd. We're taking a short break. When we return, netizens ridicule American for peeling rambutan with a potato peeler. Don't go away. I'm Ras Adiba Radzi, and you're still with us on 7Edition. The Philippines north has been hit by some of its worst flooding in decades, forcing 66,000 people from their homes and prompting rescues of trapped locals. Landslides have cut off roads to some isolated towns and some bridges are covered by the flooding. However, authorities said they have not confirmed any deaths caused by the high water. The north of the country has had heavy rains for nearly a month as part of monsoon season, which worsened by at least 3 typhoons that have passed the Philippines since November. Typhoon Kamuri pounded the storm-prone nation this week, leaving at least 13 people dead. Now let's hop on to clickbait, where we take a look at what's trending and making the rounds in the cyber world today. Rambutans are at the center of attention once again. Those familiar with the fruit would peel off the skin simply by using their hands. However, American TikTok personality Gavin Smith used a potato peeler and a knife to remove the rambutan skin. Little did he know this triggered various reactions from netizens, especially in Malaysia and the Philippines. Take a look. Smith has previously posted a few videos trying out fruits that might be considered somewhat rare to an average American, such as dragon fruit and longan. And just like that, he posted another video of him trying the rambutan. Instead of Googling for the right way to peel the skin, he decided to go his way by using a potato peeler to shave off the hairy exterior before slicing it with a knife. In a follow-up video, he seemingly figured out how to open it by slicing the rambutan open and popping it out. He even threw the whole thing in his mouth and ate it with the seed. His video was shared by a Twitter user, presumably a Malaysian. His post garnered over 186,000 views and a fruitful discussion on his attempt in opening up the fruit. Netizens were expressing their frustration and ridiculed Smith for his ignorance. Since Smith has already checked off rambutans, longans and dragon fruits, maybe he would be interested in trying mangosteens next. But first, please do some research, Smith. It's quite hilarious. Now updated as of 7 p.m, here are the top trending topics and searches on the internet today. Coming up next, Pocket Rocketman wins goal in the track cycling World Cup. Don't touch that dial. On to the podium, updates on the 30th SEA Games 2019. The diving duo Wendy Ng Yan Yi and Nurdabita Sabri won the women's 3-meter springboard synchronized event, handing Malaysia a clean sweep of all 4 gold medals in diving. Let's take a look at the highlights from day 7. Wendy and Nurdabita finished on top with 270.60 points. It is the second goal for Wendy, who won the 3-meter springboard individual yesterday. Earlier, Ziliang led a 1-2 finish for Malaysia in the men's 3-meter springboard individual final. Ziliang chalked 454.60 points in the 6-dive competition and brought home the gold. Meanwhile, it has been a rewarding day for Malaysia's rhythmic gymnastics team. Iza Amzan not only started the day by winning Malaysia's first gold in the ball discipline, she was later declared as joint winner of the ribbon gold with teammate Koi Sian after both scored identical 15.200. Also, the Malaysian group exercise team capped a brilliant outing by winning another gold. They collected a total of 40.050 points from the single apparatus ball and mixed apparatus clubs and hoops to beat Thailand. In gymnastics, the nation won 9 gold medals. In swimming, Pi Jing Eng claimed the women's 50-meter breaststroke gold medal, clocking 31.40 in the final last night. The icing on the cake was that Jing Eng smashed her national record yesterday and then equalled the new mark. Now let's take a look at the current standings. As of 7:30 p.m, the Malaysian contingent to the Manila SEA Games has amassed 35 gold, 27 silver and 35 bronze medals and is placed 5th among 11 participating nations. On to cycling. National track cyclist Azizul Hasni Awang clinched the gold medal in the men's Keirin event in the 4th leg of the Track World Cup in Cambridge, New Zealand today. The Malaysian won the race in 9.853 seconds after beating Russia's former world champion Shane Perkins and Australia's world champion Matthew Gletser, who settled for silver and bronze respectively. The Pocket Rocketman opened his campaign on a good note when he finished second behind Gletser in the first round heat. Earlier, he continued his impressive ride to win the semi-finals in 9.810 seconds. Azizul Hasni showed he is on the right track for an Olympic gold in Tokyo next year following the win. Now for our My Game On segment with the latest eSports and gaming news. One of the most anticipated tournaments, the Asia Pacific Predator League, is back with the Malaysian leg finals for Players Unknown Battleground, or PUB-G, being held this weekend. 64 players from 16 teams across Malaysia will compete for their share of the prize pool, as well as a spot in the grand finals for the Predator League happening next year. Wanizul Islam reports.
Welcome to the eSports segment with me, Wanizul Islam. I'm here at Battle Arena in Petaling Jaya, Selangor for the Asia Predator League PUBG Malaysian finals for the year 2019. A total of 256 teams have played the qualifiers, and now it's up to 16 teams left in the final round, competing for a prize pool of 24,000 ringgit Malaysia. Now, the top team who wins in the final round will take home a 10,000 ringgit in prize pool, as well as some goodies and merchandises from Acer Predator. Now, to find out more about the event, let's talk to some of the crowd to see what their expectations for the two-day event is going to be like.
I think today has been great. We're just done with a few rounds. We're playing Erangel and Miramar for PUBG. What makes the event so great is that number one, that the players are looking forward to it because it's actually the biggest PUBG tournament we have right here in Malaysia. So this is the second time they're actually hosting it. And secondly, it's great to see that finally there's a certain entity which is promoting PUBG.
The Predator League 2020 in Malaysia is running and it's awesome. The crowd is going blazing right now. We're right now at Battle Arena and this is amazing. Tomorrow is the final. You guys should come down. All the teams are playing very well. The games are very close to each other, especially the last circles. There are about like so many teams in close quarter combats. It's amazing.
There you have it, the crowd have spoken. Definitely a wonderful atmosphere here at Battle Arena for the finals for PUBG Acer Predator League 2019 here in Malaysia. The game they're playing, PUBG or Players Unknown Battlegrounds. All the teams, 16 final teams, will be competing in two different maps, Erangel and Miramar. Today they'll have about 6 rounds to play or get themselves that winner chicken dinner, get as many points as possible for the tally. Now tomorrow we've got another couple of rounds before the prize giving happening at around 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. So for those of you who'd like to come down, check out the gaming scene here, the PUBG scene especially for Malaysia, and support those teams, head on down to Battle Arena in Petaling Jaya for the finals tomorrow. That's all from myself, Wan Izul Islam. We'll catch you again soon for the next eSports segment.
Disney released the first official trailer for its upcoming live-action remake of Mulan, the 1998 animated classic about a young woman who goes undercover as a man in order to take her father's place in the Imperial Army. The exciting trailer wraps up 7Edition tonight. I'm Ras Adiba Radzi. Thanks for watching and till meet again. Good night and Assalamualaikum.